I'm just gonna roll with it. I'm just gonna roll with it.
All right.
We're live streaming, but not really.
All right.
I just know I'm not gonna have to leave you up, I guess.
We'll find out when we go live. That movie has potential, by the way.
Which one?
It's called The Lovebirds. It looks pretty funny. Thanks. What are you doing?
I think I have muted every group chat I'm in.
And how many group chats are you in?
Like 6.
Oh, damn.
Let's pull this down here. Oh, shit. Oh, we already got Patrick in here. What's up, Patrick?
All right.
Just trying to pull everything up here. Be a little bit of a late start. This actually should be a quicker episode.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Check, 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 check. 1 2 1 2. Ryan, what's going on?
Check, check. 1 2. Check, check. 1 2.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Oh, Patrick Ince in here.
I guess it would help if I shared it to social media, eh?
Yeah. I had to go in here the hard way. I had to go in here the hard way.
To be honest with you.
Yeah, no, I had to go in the hard way. At least I didn't sit on anything this time. You ever watch the movie The Blind Side?
Yes, I have.
Is it me or did they make Sandra Bullock like extremely hot in that movie?
She's always been.
The first Speed, yes. Second one, not so much. Yeah. I'm getting like a death look from Sarah right now.
I mean, she's a good-looking girl.
Yeah.
Come join us where we talk about our favorite actresses. Oh boy, so that goes there and here and here and here. Gwen, Tony, Ryan. Oh, already got you.
I'm already in. Thanks. Enough with your flirtatious flirtiness tonight.
Uh-oh.
78.
Boom. All right. Why'd you type 78? What's going on there? What's with that?
No, the episode 78.
Oh, I'm like, what is like a Martin Truex thing or Or an old Marcus
No,
Briggs thing?
no, not at all.
All right. Are you ready, Ryan?
Yeah, I am ready to go.
I need to pull this up. All right. Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Rolling intro.
Gentlemen, start your engines! I guess I'm out of
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 78 of the Loose Lugs podcast. I'm your host, AJ. And if you're watching on the live stream, you won't see him. But with me, as always, is my co-host, Ryan. Ryan, what's going on?
Dude, I'm like the Invisible Man tonight. How about that?
I don't know if you remember it. A long time ago on YouTube, someone posted it. It was an old wrestling match between Invisible Man and Invisible Stan. And all they had was a ref in the middle of the ring.
That was a 5-star match right there.
It was a 5-star match. Had commentary, everything. Perfect.
But Bret Hart gave it 4 out of 10, though.
Special guest host. Oh, man, I got a bone to pick with Bret Hart.
Oh, boy.
He is the biggest, whiniest baby.
Okay.
That's it. He's just a whiny baby.
Okay. All right. Well, guys, I got some awesome news. Today,
you're just totally gonna skip it.
I agree. He always gives everything 4 out of 10. He always blames other wrestlers for hurting other people.
Why his career ended.
Yes, exactly. Well, guys, I got some good news. Today is Logan's first birthday, so
Yes, happy birthday, Logan.
Yes, happy birthday indeed.
Happy birthday, Mom and Dad.
Yes, thank you. So we had a little birthday party at his daycare and had a really good time with that. And they gave us a list of what we wanted to have, and we decided to pick yogurt and fruit for him. And boy, did he inhale that yogurt and fruit!
Really?
Oh yeah, he went to town on it.
So he's starting to like the normal people food, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah, he loves his fruits and vegetables, loves his pastas and raviolis that we get him. We give him this Gerber stuff that's pretty good for him, and yeah, he inhales it. That's for sure.
That's good. So everything going good with the family, huh?
Yes, and then I got some more good news on. I went to an interview Thursday, Friday, one of those 2 days. I forgot what day exactly it was. And for a warehouse position in Farmington Hills, dealing with helping people out with carpet and within a warehouse and helping orders and all that good stuff. And so they called me Saturday, offered me the job position. I ended up taking the job, so I put my 2 weeks at the company I currently work for. So I'll be starting a new job here in about a week and a half.
Wow. Attaboy.
Yes.
Should have got a job at Dave and been a candy man.
That's right.
So y'all staying safe up there, I'm assuming.
Oh, yeah.
Taking necessary precautions. We got to touch on this coronavirus stuff, man.
I know.
Our introductions are usually supposed to be like fun stuff and about the weekend.
Happy-go-lucky.
Yeah, we gotta talk about this. As you know, NASCAR today announced that Atlanta Motor Speedway and Homestead Miami Speedway are going to be ran just without fans due to the coronavirus outbreak, pandemic, you name it. That's what it is. And I think the last couple of weeks, even when it just kind of got into the United States, we took it a little bit lighter than I think we should have.
Yeah, definitely.
I know I in the past said it was just a flu, just a sickness. It'll have a cure. We'll move on. Not the case. It's pretty dangerous. Pretty dangerous stuff, man.
That it is. There's a lot of things about this. First of all, I want to touch on the Atlanta Homestead thing. First of all, I feel sorry for the people that had tickets to this event.
Definitely,
these events,
definitely.
because these are the only races that these two tracks get. I had saved something here. Let me pull it up really quick.
Ryan, while you're pulling that up, I just want to say that I think NASCAR did make the right call here. Don't cancel the race. Don't postpone the race. Well, I feel like you could have postponed the race and still had a pretty good outcome out of it. But regardless, this is the race weekend. If they think that the best case scenario would be to just do it without the fans, and I'm gonna back it and support it 100%. It beats not racing on Sunday. It sucks for the fans who can't go out there. I hope they do full refunds and all that.
Speaking of that, I have it pulled up right now.
Even offer tickets for next year's races at these two tracks.
Well, here, go ahead. I got it right here, AJ. Motor Speedway will not issue refunds to these fans. However, they will issue ticket credit for these fans for any Speedway Motorsports Incorporated race in 2020 or 2021.
Okay, so you could still go. You could still use those tickets for a different race this year.
Like you could go to like Bristol, Kentucky. I think Kentucky and a couple other ones.
Isn't Vegas a part of that?
I do believe so.
That would be a good track to go to.
Yes, it would.
Which is not bad. Is Phoenix isn't? Phoenix is owned by a different group, I think.
Phoenix is a different.
So you could go to the championship weekend too if you wanted to.
That would be a blast right there.
But you can't. It's not a part of the same group. However, it's a good thing that they're letting you do that. You're still going to see a race out of it if you choose to do that, and it's early enough that you can kind of cancel your vacation plans. Something that Tony just brought up in our chat, that this could be the biggest ratings for NASCAR in a long time. That's another point I was going to hit on, was because with it being running this weekend, it's the only sport on TV on Sunday. The only one. Only one of the major sports.
PGA.
The PGA Tour,
players.
but that can, and that's another thing. But the deal with NASCAR here is you're going to have a huge TV audience this weekend, and it could actually help it out. If anything comes out of this, it could really help it out.
Yep.
I'd be interested to see, like, once fans start going back to tracks, how full the grandstands are. I hate to say, like, it's got a benefit, but it will help, I think, in the long run of having these races with no fans.
That's why I was taking a drink of pop there. But, yeah, I think so, too.
I'm just saying from a future perspective, like, this is fully necessary. These precautions they're doing are fully necessary. I know earlier this week they were talking about, like, a 6-foot buffer or whatever between drivers and fans, media members or whatever. No, this is how it should be. This is the race must go on. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen a lot of the drivers on Twitter today, and one of them being Noah Gregson. He's like, I'm going to shake people's hands and I'm going to sign autographs because that's what I do on the weekend. So
yeah, and that's another thing. I saw someone say right after that response to him that don't be a cowboy with this, and I agree. Don't be a cowboy with this. Just stay safe, man. Wash your hands. Take necessary precautions. If you start feeling sick, stay home.
Exactly.
Don't go out in big crowds. Those kind of things. You and I, we're not medical doctors. We ain't even close.
That is correct.
But I'm hoping this will kind of keep it away. And if you know anybody who's sick, just stay away. Just stay away.
Exactly. I know the people are. I'm hitting the brain fart right now. But no, a couple of cases that are so far in Michigan right now. So
Tony is asking, could NASCAR promote these guys on networks more over the weekend to help it out? This time you could get some casuals of some sort, and that's what I'm trying to get at when I say it could benefit in the long run, because you get someone who is looking for something other than like reality TV or a sitcom show to watch. They want to watch something live sports. Well, the one choice you have this weekend is NASCAR. So it's kind of reminds you of the days when NASCAR first began, when it was, I don't know if it wasn't the only thing on TV on a Sunday, but like it was one of the only sporting events televised back in 79. I think it was 79 was the first televised race, was Daytona 500 that year. Flag to flag.
Uh-huh.
Like, it was one of the first ones. So it could help. It really could. It could bring that boom.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be definitely an interesting perspective. Excuse
Hell
me.
yeah, it's gonna suck not seeing fans in those stands, and it
But
sucks for those fans not being there. But
and there's people on a couple of message boards that are like, man, I hope it rains this weekend so the race gets rained out, and it rains Monday so they won't have to,
what is that gonna
schedule
do?
the race. I haven't seen what the weather report
I
is
mean,
going to.
if it rains out and they race it Monday, what's the difference?
Yeah, exactly. They still
Like,
be,
there ain't gonna be anybody there. Like they're not allowing anybody there.
no, not at all. Let's see here. Weather report for right now. Let's see here. Friday, scattered showers, 73. Saturday is going to be mostly cloudy and 74. Sunday, as of right now, you got showers at 60% and 66 degrees.
So it could be a wet weekend too, huh?
Yep.
It's got a chance.
I tell you what, man, it's the weather is not playing nice with the fans of NASCAR this year.
No, it's been such a wacky year so far, man. Like rain, some crazy wrecks, weather.
Oh yeah. And like the thing is, like a couple people and I at work have been talking about, this, coronavirus going around, and there are people are saying, and I'm one of them. I'm going to live my life how I live my life. Yes, I'm going to take precautionary measurements and move on and go from there.
Yeah, I take it a little bit like I'm trying to take it from like a middle of the road type of approach to it. Like I'm not trying to overreact, I'm not trying to underreact. I'm just trying to take it for what it is.
Exactly.
You can get really sick from it, and you can get a really bad strain of it. I don't even know what the technical words would be for it, but it's just it could do some serious harm to you, man. It's not something to be taken lightly. It's not just your regular flu. It's pretty gnarly stuff.
And like I know a lot of people out there saying, "Well, if this thing's so serious, why are all these businesses still open? Like March Madness getting canceled. I mean, last night
I think all sports were, justifying what they did.
No, I think so too. And like Duke and Kansas pulled out before they even canceled the tournament in full. I know Michigan was scheduled to play at noon today on Big Ten Network.
And how dumb is the Big East playing, like, continuing their tournament and then playing one half today, and they're like, oh wait, this doesn't look good. We shouldn't be doing, like, what? I've not seen something so dumb in sports.
Yeah, I kind of people are something.
Tony, this is just for you in the chat. You gonna watch the race this weekend? Being it's the only thing to watch sports wise. Answer that here in a little bit. I'll come back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Sports as a whole just it's like closed, man. It's closed.
Like baseball is not even starting their opening day on time. Who's to say that? I read Bristol Motor Speedway is still on track to have their race with people there, with more hand sanitizing areas, bringing portable sinks as you see, everywhere does. So hopefully we can solve this and we can move on with our regular lives and enjoying the sports and the sport that we love.
Just in the minutes that we've been recording this, Ryan, the XFL has canceled their season. Canceled their regular season. And the Australian GP for Formula One was canceled.
Oh, wow.
So
I know IndyCar is supposed to be running this weekend at their
St. Pete, but I don't think that's happening either.
I don't either.
So it's crazy. And Tony goes, the Leafs can't lose in the first round this year right now. And not to Boston either. Like, you don't have to go to that house of horrors either.
I'm sure he's thrilled about that.
Yeah. So I think we've hit that enough, man. I don't want to keep talking about it. It's just
everybody be safe out there.
yeah. be safe. Don't go into big crowds. Make sure you're washing hands, keeping your hygiene good and all that stuff. And if you're sick, stay home.
Exactly.
Avoid
If
other
you
people that are
start
sick.
to feel sick, even if you start to feel sick, stay home.
It's just like I said, I'm not well versed in it. I can't tell you any technicals about it. It's just from what I've seen and what I've heard and what I've read. It's not good. But we did have a weekend this past weekend,
Yes.
Ryan.
Yes, we did.
We had a weekend this past weekend.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It was some good times, good racing.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you do? What'd you do over the weekend?
Well, besides getting a job and setting up for Logan's birthday, just went over to my mom's house on Saturday and we're watching the Xfinity race. I know I'm jumping the gun here. a
Which
little
I
bit.
slept through every lap of.
Yeah, which was a very entertaining race.
I
Well, we
messaged
went-
you right after you messaged me something. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh,
I
Brandon Jones won. Like,
Yeah.
I missed everything.
Yeah, that was my pick too, Brandon Jones. But we're over at my mom's watching the race, and there was an accident between. It was the 15 car. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Like it looked like the brakes went out, and he went right into the wall. I think it was Kobe Howard. I think is the dude's name. Let me.
Yeah.
I got the cat like crawling all over me right now.
We can't see it this week because all we can see is a little
Yeah, the
picture.
blank screen. Yeah. Yeah, the 15 car, but we're watching it. And my grandma's there, and the car hits the wall. And my grandma, all of a sudden, you hear her go, "Ooh, ooh," and like it kept showing the replay, and she kept going, "Ooh." I'm like, "Grandma, it's a replay." She's like, "Oh,"
It's the same guy just wrecking over and over again.
but she was entertained by it. She was playing her. She plays solitaire, and she was playing her card game while watching the race. It was pretty cool.
Hey,
was
watch this weekend, man. I'll tell you, Atlanta's such a fun track.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for this weekend. Like
Uh,
just to see the racing.
Yeah, Colby Howard was the guy's name, and that was looked like the brakes went out. Like I said, I knew I jumped the gun, but it's just funny though to watch. I had my grandma watching racing.
No, it's good. It's good. Like I said, I hope she watches more.
I hope so too.
I didn't really do much over the weekend. Dad plays softball, so I watched his tournament this last weekend, both
How'd that go?
Saturday and Sunday. Pretty good. It's always fun going out there and watch them play. I tell you what, some of those older guys, man, they can play some ball.
Yes, they can.
It's pretty fun to watch.
My dad was a good softball player.
How's your dad doing?
Speaking, yeah, I was gonna say. Speaking of which,
You haven't talked about him much on the show.
yeah, my dad calls me. I think it was Saturday or Sunday, right after the race. He's like, Scott's hooking up this mini Sega Genesis, and I'm like, really? Because it's got all the games downloaded on it.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls me yesterday. He's like, "Oh man, I wish I'd have played Sonic the Hedgehog when you guys had your Sega."
That's cool.
So
That's cool.
yeah, he's hanging in there. He's watching the races. Unfortunately, he can't watch the ones that are on FS1, but he's watching the Cup races. So
Yeah, that's a cool thing that we this week Atlanta's the Cup races on Fox again. So
Yep.
it's cool to keep having it on broadcast TV too.
and Patrick in the chat, Atlanta is my home track and one of my favorites on the circuit. Yes,
Don't repave it, Patrick. You team repave or no repave?
I'm no
Where are
repave.
you at on that? And we'll come back to that one too.
Mhm.
Ryan, let's get into some gas and go. We got Xfinity and Cup Series to go over from Pahonix. What do you say we go over it?
Let's go.
All right, kicking things off on Saturday, as Patrick says, he's team no repave at Atlanta.
Good.
I'm right there with him on that. The racing is just awesome at Atlanta right now. Like, it is some of the best it's ever been. The Xfinity Series was in Phoenix on Saturday, Ryan, where you have said it yourself, your pick, Brandon Jones.
That's right.
He won in convincing fashion, man.
Passing Kyle Busch too.
That's a strong car. That's a strong team this year.
Yes, it is. I like what I've seen from that team. I think there's plenty more things in the wins in the future with this dude. So yeah, awesome to see.
Could be a
Awesome
potential playoff contender for
Yeah,
sure. Like,
oh, yeah.
I mean, championship contender.
Yes, it is, and it's awesome to see. Awesome to see a Xfinity regular beat the couple guys.
Yeah, talk about the bounty being this weekend. It kind of takes a little away from it when
Yeah,
Brandon Jones goes out there and beats Brad Keselowski and Kyle Busch. Surprisingly, I was surprised they didn't win. I thought one of those two would have won.
I
To be
am
honest
too.
with you. And you mentioned Colby Howard getting into the wall. That was a tough hit for him.
Yes, it was, and the whole rear end of the car, like the bumper, just flew right off that car.
Yeah, it was a pretty gnarly hit. And Clint Boyer and Joey Logano in the booth this weekend was another one. I think Joey Logano has a new trademarked catchphrase.
Yeah, hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Uh-huh.
I think they said that when he won on Sunday too. I think they said something about that.
Yeah, they're talking about. I think it was. Oh man, who was it? I think it was Jamie McMurray said something about the hot sauce too. So
Yeah, and the racing this weekend was very good. Like I had to go back and rewatch,
Yep.
bits and pieces of the race because, like I said, I slept through every lap, man. Every
NASCAR
lap.
they brought a good tire for this race, both in the Xfinity and Cup. Definitely looking forward now to championship weekend.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
agreed with you.
I kind of, and the more I watch this repositioning of the start finish line here at Phoenix, kind of wish it was a little bit further down from turn 4.
It is
'Cause
kind of weird. It's kind of weird that it's right at the
on
exit.
top of turn 4.
Yeah, it's. I mean, as soon as you exit, you're at that start finish line. It is definitely a weird one.
Yeah, like your Geico restart zone. Props to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right there. Like you're coming out of turn 4. Oh, you're right in the restart zone.
Yeah, it makes restarts really interesting though.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it, but like I wouldn't mind if they moved it down a little bit either. Like you said.
Yeah, exactly. I think that might be something they talk about future possibly doing.
Speaking of hard hits, Daniel Hemrick had a pretty
Yeah.
rough hit himself. I mean, it wasn't too terrible, but he got in the wall as well, along with 2 other cars. And I can't remember who else was in that now. I think it was Ray Black Jr. was one of them.
Yeah.
Who also had a prior wreck earlier.
Yep.
And I can't remember there was one more car that was involved in that, and I can't remember it right now.
Oh yeah. How about post race too?
And we had a fight. We had a
yeah.
fight.
Yeah, Brandon Brown in the 68 and Dylan Bassett.
Brandon Brown, who had a solid race up until a little bit later in the second stage.
Yeah, he finished 12th. But yeah, Bassett. I think I'm pronouncing it right. They made some contact on the track. Bassett wasn't happy about it, and make a long story short, they get into it after the checkered flag, and it was
somewhat of hell breaks loose.
yeah. It really wasn't that, I mean,
it's your typical NASCAR pit road post race fight. It's a little
Yep.
pushing, a little shoving, and officials separating it. Crew guys getting involved, and
Yep.
that's about it. It's not like the good old days where you'd see fists flying and all that.
Oh yeah, I miss the drivers have at it.
I think it's kind of there, on track. It's not so much there off the track, but
Yep.
Gone are the days where everyone hated each other, and this is a time where everyone's real friendly with each other. So
Yeah, now they're all buddy.
yeah. Your stage winners of this one, Ryan. First stage, Justin Allgaier. Second stage, Noah Gragson, who had a pretty good rebound from the last couple weeks that he's had since Daytona. And your race winner was Brandon Jones. Your top 5, Brandon Jones, Harrison Burton, who backs up that win last week with another solid finish. Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, and Justin Haley round out your top 5.
Definitely, the top 2 are definitely two to watch in the championship here, and then I'll put Noah Gragson in there right now. Them 3 cars right there look to be the strongest in the Xfinity series right now.
Agreed. Your standings following Phoenix: Harrison Burton, Chase Briscoe, Brandon Jones, Noah Gragson, Austin Cindric, Ross Chastain, Justin Allgaier, Ryan Sieg, Justin Haley, Michael Annett, Riley Herbst, and Brandon Brown round out your playoff standings. And your next race is Atlanta this Saturday, 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern on FS1. Moving on to the Cup Series. Joey Logano gets his second win of 2020. I thought if there was no overtime, I thought Harvick was going to get him.
I thought so too.
I think if it were a little bit more than 3 laps, that maybe 3.5, I think Harvick gets him.
I think so too. Now, how about that? How about that burnout Joey did? That was pretty impressive burnout there.
He always has really cool burnouts. I'll give him that.
Yeah, him and Truex both. I think both have some of the best burnouts.
Even Bowman, he finally didn't get stuck.
Yeah, that was the best part, was he didn't get stuck. But yeah, I thought the Chevys looked good. How about man, I'm having a blank right now. Hold on one second.
How about Chase Elliott having tire problems again after
Tyler Reddick? How about Tyler Reddick, man? Running great. Cut down a tire, hits the wall, and that was the end of his day. But he was in the.
He was running good too. And this is a string of really good runs that Tyler Reddick's putting together this year. I know he didn't get the result he wanted to this week, but up until the point where he had that tire issue this week,
he was in the top 10.
He's been consistently in the top 15, top 10 all season long.
Yeah.
You mentioned tire issues. Chase Elliott starts on the pole,
leads
the first 20, 30 laps, and
another tire issue,
loose tire issue or loose wheel issue.
Yep. One of the fastest cars on the track.
One of the fastest cars on the track. Almost got his lap back under green.
Yep.
But got his lap back eventually, and then worked his way back up to second or third. I thought at one point.
It's second or third, and then had a caution came out, and
that car was only good on a short run all weekend.
Yep.
All weekend. It was all that car had was just short run speed. Early in the race, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. started off pretty rough. Backs are in the fence.
Yep.
Keeps it going, but Stenhouse, a guy who's another one like Reddick, who's put together some really good finishes so far this year, up until we get to Phoenix. And we even had a wreck with our points leader, our regular season points leader, Ryan Blaney, where it looked like Denny Hamlin got loose and then takes out Keselowski and Blaney with him. Keselowski and Hamlin had really strong cars all weekend long, and Ryan Blaney being your points leader was also another strong one. So that took out Blaney. It hurt Hamlin's day, and
it didn't hurt Brad.
I was gonna say Brad still finished pretty well.
He finished 11th, but he won a stage, led some laps. Definitely had a strong number 2 car this weekend.
This is a great preview for what you're going to see championship weekend, because
I
definitely during the race didn't think Joey Logano was going to come up there at the end. It's just how the cards fell into place, man. I thought it was either going to be Harvick or Chase. Even before the weekend started, I thought Denny was going to be really strong, but in the first couple laps, that went out the window. Like
I mentioned earlier too, the tire package that they brought, I thought was awesome. That it wore out, and that drivers loved that. You saw great restarts, as you always do it. Like I said, with these new packages on these cars, the restarts are insane. I almost dropped an F-bomb right there, but I caught myself. But no, like the restarts have been phenomenal. Even the racing, not necessarily up front, but how about mid-pack? You had, I think it was from like 7th to like 13th were all in one group of cars, and it was good racing, awesome to see. They're on the up and up.
Yeah, I really like that package this weekend that they brought to Phoenix. More downforce, like that's where it's at. Those small spoilers, the just all put together was great this weekend. Eric Jones, Cole Custer, they had some problems together, Brian.
Yeah, they weren't too happy with each other.
No. And another one, we were talking about him earlier, Martin Truex Jr. Like, it's been a couple weeks now. Some bad
Almirola.
I don't remember hearing a radio replay of that one, but I can only imagine.
I missed, unfortunately, on Tuesday, I missed Radioactive and who was the Radioactive Sweetheart. So, but nothing's going to beat that California one. Tell the 11 and 18 to play nice.
Or kiss my ass.
Yep.
Clayton Hughes, 10-4 on the kiss. You stage winners this one, Ryan. First stage, Kevin Hart. Second stage, Brad Keselowski. Your race winner was Joey Logano. Your top five, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Clint Boyer. I don't know why I was drawing a blank on that. Your standings following Phoenix, Joey Logano, Kevin Harvick, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, who slips way down, Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Larson, Eric Almirola, Matt DiBenedetto, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Chris Buescher, 3 Bushes, Clint Boyer, and Mark Truex Jr. Next race is Atlanta this Sunday, 2:00 p.m. Eastern on Fox. And don't forget that the trucks go in front of the Xfinity Series on Saturday. They race at 1:30 on FS1.
Well, by the way, how cool would that have been? A doubleheader, trucks and Xfinity in one day. I would have done it.
They are on one day.
What's that?
They are both. Huh? They're both on Saturday.
Yep, both on Saturday. That'd be awesome to see. Shout out here. I want to guys that had nice finishes. Definitely needed them. Clint Boyer, Colt Custer, William Byron had a nice finish. Ty Dillon, top 15 for him. Good to see that team do good. Bowman, just didn't have the car. Normally, Ives puts together a good car for him, and not this weekend, unfortunately.
And what is the sponsor this week, Ryan?
What, for the race?
No, what is the sponsor for our show?
Loose Lugs?
Yeah, who sponsored us this week?
I thought Joey Logano had one loose lug nut. It was
indeed Joey Logano. The only lug nut violation of the weekend, too.
Yeah. Man, how cool is that? The race winner giving us some shout out. Yeah.
A little bit of love there from the race winner.
AJ, before we jump into our news and of the rest of the show, I want to ask anybody out there if they watched or listened to the Dale Jr. download yesterday with Ken Schrader.
Awesome. It was awesome.
I had tears in my eyes when they were talking about the whole Dale Sr. situation, because Kenny was that guy. He was the first guy there to see Dale Sr. And what Jr. said to him was absolutely spot on, 110% right. Jr. nailed it right on the head. And that was so awesome to watch. And it was so awesome to listen to, because I re-listened to it again today at work.
Yeah. I listened to it yesterday, and I had to stop listening right before that part came on, and then I saw the video of it, and it was like you said, it was real
Yes, emotional. It was. Yes, it was. And because I don't know if you remember it, but the Ken Schrader interview after the wreck, like you've seen it in his eyes, like he knew something was wrong. And as you listen to more of the podcast, like some of the old stories that he had, like, oh man, like Kenny was no beat around the bush guy, but when that interview happened, you knew something was wrong. But like I said, if you guys have not gotten a chance to listen to it or even watch it, definitely recommend it. It was one of the better Dale Jr. downloads we've had.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ryan. I agree with you. Question for you: following the West Coast swing and Daytona, who right now do you think is the guy to beat?
That's a tough question, because the 88s look good. 88s look good. Blaney's look good. Blaney could have 3 wins right now. Obviously, the 22 car with 2 wins. I might have to say Joey on this one right now, not just because of the wins, but he's getting good top 10 finishes, what you need right now. But I think Logano is the man to beat right now.
I was going to also...
Very close, though.
I would also say Joey Logano, but to go against you, it's hard because Blaney has been really good until this week. This week was the first hiccup that 12 team has had. Even all the Chevys have been good. I'm still... I'm gonna be on the Blaney train, but I'm still gonna go with Denny. I still think
Uh-huh.
Denny's still the guy to beat coming out of all this.
We'll see.
I'm just trying to keep the hope there that I could actually win the championship this year.
I see. Oh boy.
What do you say we get the tire up, Brian? Let's go over some news.
All right.
Left side. Pull this left rear fender out, left side.
So we went over the coronavirus news, and that takes a big chunk of the news stories from this week.
I love Tony in the chat, by the way. Hey Jay, Ryan pulling your inner John Cena because I can't see you.
Exactly.
That's right.
Before the weekend even began last weekend, Ryan,
Mm-hmm.
Ryan Blaney signed an extension with Penske. I'm not shocked by that at all. Got to lock that guy up.
Yes, you do.
That is the future of your team right there. So that was a smart move. Jimmy Johnson is going to test an IndyCar here coming up.
Yeah, at Barbara Motorsports Park in Alabama.
It's gonna be weird to see Jimmy in an IndyCar if he decides to race a couple races in that.
He's tested an F1 car.
He has before. I think it was Alonso, wasn't it?
I forgot where it was at though, where the track, but yeah, Jimmy has done some open wheel testing before, so kind of interested to see because I think he wants to run the Indy 500.
Maybe he could do the double this year. It'd be cool. Like his last season in Cup, he pulls a double for the Coke 600 and the Indy 500.
Well, he has the stamina to do it because all the marathons and all the big runs that he does and all that. So yeah, I not surprised by any means necessary. So let's see what happens with Jimmy in this IndyCar test.
You know, the thing I don't like is I was looking for when the how long the extension was.
Yep,
These teams don't tell you the length of the extensions anymore.
really.
Well, like Penske, I've known is a big one who doesn't tell you how long the extension is for.
I thought it was through 2023.
It just says multi-year extension. Does not give anything other than that on here.
You have to check. You have to check out on Twitter, Bobby P.
That's true too. You just got to
And I
scroll
don't
through
know
the 6 pages of tweets he's got on there.
that he does. I don't know if you ever see him on Race Day and FS1. He's camera shy. He really is camera shy. Like you can tell he's tensing up and everything like that. But man, when it comes to getting your information, he is the top guy to go to in the garage area.
Oh yeah, I love his interviews too.
I do too. I do too.
He does a great job. A little bit, or a few days later, actually a few days ago, it was announced that Clinton Boyer was going to be testing the next gen car at Atlanta Motor Speedway on was it Monday?
Probably
Monday,
Monday.
Tuesday test session.
Hopefully he doesn't crash it.
And they're calling it. I'm just reading this. Is this a new name that they've given it? The Monday,
What's that?
Tuesday test session will be the 5th on-track shakedown for next season's car and the 2nd for the P3 model. Is it
P3
P3? Is that
model.
what we're going to call it? The P3?
That's news to me.
Yeah. So next would be a Toyota driver in the rotation.
Yeah.
Who's next? Day 1 will be open to members of the media.
All right.
However, I don't know. This was done before the announcement of the no fans this weekend and all that. So
Yep.
I don't know if that's actually going to still be open to the media, but expect some videos if it still is.
Yes, it is. Did anybody catch the Today Show yesterday? By the way,
I was just getting to it, Ryan. You keep jumping the gun on me.
I like jumping the gun. That's pretty fun. Hey, you know what? You know what I am? I'm that guy before he gets to the Geico restart zone. I'm on the gas.
Yeah, you're getting black flag for too soon of a start.
I don't think so.
Just a couple notes from Ryan Newman was on the Today Show this week and discussed his Daytona incident, and he was knocked out during the accident and can't remember part of the race. Suffered a bruised brain, basically, and he says he will be back as soon as possible. What do you think, Ryan?
I watched it. I didn't catch it live, obviously, but I saw the replay of it, and he answered the questions that were given to him. the joke he made, I kind of laughed at it, was like, because they're saying, yeah, the Daytona is the biggest Super Bowl and how close you were right now. Well, he's like, oh, this is my post race interview, and he starts naming off the sponsors and everything like that. I got a nice little kick of it. So he still has a sense of humor. I know he wants to get back in the car. I know that's a driver's mentality, but with a bruised brain right now, give it time to heal.
Oh, definitely. Give it some time.
And by the way, I never really, excuse me, noticed this, but he has lost a ton of weight.
Yeah, they were talking about that after the accident and how much weight he lost coming into the season.
Yeah, and I didn't, like you said, obviously they interviewed him, the duels and everything like that. But to see him yesterday on the Today Show was like, wow, he did lose a lot of weight.
Yeah, he certainly did. And then it was cool to see him yesterday post on Twitter that he caught a fish, like Tony just put up in the live chat.
He always catches, man. Him and
I'm
Trish.
gonna go fish with him because I can go out 3 weekends in a row and not catch a damn thing.
Yep.
But that's all I got for news this week, Ryan. Let's get to some social media.
Yeah.
Social media update, we are up to 2,054 downloads on Podbean, iTunes, and Stitcher, 335 followers on Twitter, 25 subscribers on YouTube, and 75 likes on Facebook. New follower shoutout this week is Paul Nance at Gus06. Paul, podcast shoutouts this week include the Lap Traffic Podcast, the PTM Racing Podcast, the 3 Wide NASCAR Podcast, the Side Draft Podcast, the All Turns No Breaks Podcast, and the Final Lap Weekly. Places you can find us on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher, and YouTube by searching your search bar Loose Lugs Podcast. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and turn on that notification bell so every time we upload new content, you can hear that notification bell ding. Ryan.
Ding.
That's an emphatic ding.
Yes, it was.
On Twitter, we are at Lugs Podcast. You can tweet us about the show using the hashtag LugsPod and become a member of the Lugs fam. On Facebook, we are in your search bar, the Loose Lugs Podcast, and our personal Twitter handles. Myself is at Grey Goose F150, and Ryan?
Rencola88.
My friend, it is time for your rant. Or rants. Right. I think you said you had a couple rants this week.
Yeah, I got a couple of them. So, guys, I hope everybody's being safe out there, especially with this coronavirus going around. It's not NASCAR related. It's sports related, sports and entertainment value as a whole. So this past week, actually yesterday, we noticed that Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz came down with it. So they canceled the NBA season. WWE was supposed to be in Detroit tomorrow evening at Little Caesars Arena. But with that, they have canceled it, and now they're going to go to the WWE Performance Center, which is pretty cool to see. I think it'll be cool as a smaller venue, taking every precaution necessary. Guys, like we've said, just be safe with this. I know it's, you're hearing about it every day, every 10 minutes. Take the necessary precaution, guys. NASCAR, hats off. You guys are doing a great thing. Unfortunately, I know AJ and I had mentioned this prior to us going live. Atlanta and Homestead only get one race now each year. I just kind of wish instead of running on an empty circuit with no fans there, they would postpone these races to possibly 2 off weekends. So that way the fans that have purchased tickets that can't go to these other tracks could go and enjoy themselves at a NASCAR race. Because, guys, there's not, as we've all known that have been to races, there's nothing like it.
Agreed. I agree with you. I do like the fact that Atlanta and Homestead are giving fans the option to, exchange those tickets for another race on the schedule. I think that's or even next gesture. Year. Yeah, or even next year's race. But like I said, I don't know. I don't know if I'm local Atlanta area, like our good buddy Patrick here in the chat. Like I'd be kind of upset if I had tickets and I can't, make a trip to, say, up Bristol. Even if you had a chance to go to Bristol, do it. I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of
a touchy subject. So
You're kind of irritated. If it was Michigan, I feel like you'd be in a different tone.
oh boy,
That should be the Ryan's rant sound effect right there.
oh boy.
That's it right there.
Yeah, but like I said, man, it just I understand every precaution, all these like sporting events, taking the precautionary reasons, canceling events, big group gatherings. Here's my question: what are they going to do on St. Patty's Day now? Thousands of people take off work, go to the bars.
I've seen a
early-
lot of places cancel their parades. A lot of big
Yep.
cities.
Detroit has canceled their St. Patty's Day parade. I do believe that was supposed to be this Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Yep. All right. Is that it for the rants?
yeah. Well, and then
I got nothing. So
we are. If everything is okay by then, we are definitely going to try to head out to that Easter egg hunt out at MIS.
so long as they keep it open for it or don't cancel
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm saying. If everything's a-okay by then yeah, we will definitely go out there and check that out.
It's definitely gonna be a weird couple weeks with no fans in the stands for the next 2 weeks. Like it does take away from that feel.
This might be too soon, but hey, it's going to look like Indy.
Ah, jeez. Okay. Going to white flag. Going to white flag.
Like I said, it may be too soon, but
Going to white flag.
Tight, keep working the mirrors. In line with you, coming to the white. Only two.
White flag is where we predict the
I
upcoming
got
race.
you. And the birthday boy's waking up too.
You're killing me. You're
Nah.
killing me. I'm gonna deflect any mean tweets to you.
Gee, thanks.
Last week, Ryan's.
The listeners know we don't have a soft spot for Indy. For the Indy 500, yes. So, all right, go
I
ahead.
just don't like it for NASCAR is what your deal is.
Yes.
Last week, Ryan swept Phoenix and got the win with Brandon Jones, giving him a +2 points.
Plus 2 points.
So, Ryan,
yes.
you lead 10-8. You reclaim the lead that you had all year last year. You get to go first this week, so give me your truck picks.
Let me pull it up really quick. So, in the truck race, I know we got the bounty out there.
It is
So,
bounty weekend. This is going to be awesome.
Yes, it is. I'm taking a pick. I'm taking Sheldon Creed.
Sheldon Creed.
Yes.
Oh, boy. I don't know who I want to go with. I really don't. Track like Atlanta, you got a couple Cup guys in there.
I'll
So
make a deal with you. I make a deal with you.
what's that?
I'll give you Kyle Busch. I'll take the field.
Oh, that's tough. Because what if I want the field and you take Kyle Busch? Although we could do it where you get extra point. No. We're not changing this.
I had you thinking.
We're not changing this. I'm gonna pick Angela Ruck. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, all right. There you go. All right.
No. How about? I already took Christian Eckes earlier this year, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Man, it's just tough because I'm not going to use any big guns here.
Yeah, that's why I took Sheldon Creed.
No need to. Give me Ben Rhodes in the 99.
I thought about that. I had
Give me Ben
thought
Rhodes.
about Ben Rose, but Ben Rose is a good pick. I do like that pick a lot.
I'm going to take Ben Rhodes. Okay, yep, I'm taking him. You go
Yep.
ahead with your Xfinity pick, Ryan.
It's between two guys, but I'm gonna go with Jeffrey Earnhardt.
Wow. We get Jeffrey in this weekend.
Yes, we do.
Driving the 15.
Yes.
Okay. Trying to see. I'm looking through the entry list now because this is hard to. It's hard to pick my drivers when I know that you're going first. I'm going with Ryan Sieg.
You know, that was the other guy. That was the other guy I had circled in. If my camera was on, I would show you. So,
Your cup guy, Ryan.
give me the hometown boy, Brad Keselowski.
The hometown boy.
Yep,
He's from
Rochester
Michigan.
Hills. Yes, he is Rochester Hills.
Oh! I thought you were saying like hometown, like Atlanta. I'm like, what?
Oh
What?
no! My home state. How's that?
There you go. See, that makes more
Mhm.
sense. In your sleeper,
William Byron.
Willie B. Is how I'm gonna write it down.
Willie B needs to. You know, man.
I'm
his
starting with my
respect.
sleeper first.
All right, your sleeper first.
Alex Bowman.
Good pick.
Because I'm trying to counterbalance here. I'm trying to see if I can get the Bowman luck being my dark horse.
Oh, I see.
Track
Yeah,
like
it
Atlanta.
didn't really work out last week with me and Alex.
You took Harvick last week.
I did.
I'm taking Harvick this week.
Okay.
I need a good weekend so I can reclaim my lead.
That's right.
So what are you expecting this weekend, man?
Very awkward, interesting feeling for sure. I know they're still got from what I read, you're still going to have obviously your television team there, your pit reporters and the crews and everything like that. It's just there's going to be nobody in the stands.
It's gonna be quiet. It's like what was it? Is it Gary Thorne with the Orioles?
Oh yeah, when they played that game in Baltimore, they had no
And
fans.
Jones smacks the son of a gun to center, just like that.
But I don't think you could really do that with NASCAR. Could you imagine them when they drop the green flag, and the green flag is out?
You know what wouldn't be bad, Ryan? Do a radio style broadcast.
I wouldn't mind seeing that this weekend.
Like that would be an interesting concept if they did do it. I mean, they're not gonna do it. They would have announced that that's how they were doing it. But if Fox would have done like a radio style broadcast like NBC does, it would be really cool.
I like when NBC does the radio style broadcast at the road courses.
I do too because it gives you that. I always think the radio broadcast is always more entertaining than the TV broadcast.
Oh yeah.
So that's my take on that one. I love Atlanta though. Don't repave it.
No, don't repave it. Keep it the way it is. Keep the characterization in the track. Drivers love the bumps. That one track I always want to go check out.
It was my first race I ever went to.
Oh, very
Atlanta
nice.
2003. Jeff Gordon won. Race got rained out on a Sunday, so they raced it on Monday.
Oh boy.
But I remember that very well.
I remember our good friend Sean's first ever race. Rain Sunday. Still go out there.
Patrick said he loves the radio broadcast too. See, we're kind of all thinking on the same line here. Like we should go with the radio style broadcast for this, because you ain't gonna have fans, so you don't get like that sound of the fans when they cross the start finish line when a guy you either like or hate takes the lead. So,
Or we see people waving the hat, or person that takes the lead at J waving the finger.
just flash it to fans. Flash it to fans on the couch, just waving their hats and stuff.
There you go. That's what we should do.
All right, Ryan, hit him with it.
Guys, awesome show tonight. Like we said, everybody, be safe. And we will see you at the track.
We will see you at the track eventually.
I was going to say eventually.
Special thanks to Tony, Patrick, Zach for coming out in our chat, talking with us while we do this live stream here. We appreciate it. Special thanks to everyone who downloaded this podcast on Podbean, iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube, and those who are listening live without chatting in here. We appreciate all of you. Everyone stay safe. Have fun with Atlanta. We'll see you next week. We're out.